Hey everyone, and welcome to Hemp Processing and Technology. Today, we'll be showing you a simple technique to harvest small batches of hemp seeds. This method is useful for gathering seeds from a single plant, enough for growing purposes, but it's not very viable for large-scale use. So if you're looking to harvest a ton of plants and thousands of seeds at once to use for food, this is not the best way to do so. This should also go without saying that you'll first need to have a female hemp plant that's been pollinated for about a month or two before the seeds are ready to harvest. And the first part of harvesting is to make sure the seeds are mature enough to harvest. To do this, you'll want to pick a seed pod from the plant and open it up. If the seed inside is dark and firm, then you're ready for harvest. If it's small, soft, and light in color, then you still have a few weeks to go for the seeds to completely mature. As you can see here, after a month, the seed I pulled from the plant, while fully developed, is still pretty light in color. So I let the plant grow for another 2 weeks before checking again. And this time, the seeds are much darker in color and look good to go. When the plant is ready for harvest, you'll want to first dry the plant for as long as possible. This will make it both easier to get the seed pods separated from the flower and to break the seeds out of their pods. I removed the large fan leaves before drying the entire plant. And as you can see here, I harvested a small part of the plant after drying for a week, which is the normal dry time before curing if this was a normal harvest. And not only were the buds hard to break apart to get the seed pods out, but the seeds were also hard to get out of the pods. So now, 2 weeks later, the plant is completely dried and much easier to work with. From here, I'm using a super simple method of breaking apart the buds on top of a cardboard lid and then using a card to shift around the broken buds while lifting the lid slightly to let the seeds roll down, and using the edge of the lid to catch the seeds. To start out, I'll break apart the buds as small as possible by hand, which should separate most of the seed pods. From there, I'll start rolling the broken up hemp in my hand, which will remove most of the seeds from the seed pods so that just the seeds are left. And then finally, I'll start shifting the hemp around left and right to let the seeds roll down to the bottom. I'll do this until I don't see any more exposed seeds left. And then I'll do one final scan of the broken up hemp to see if there's any seed pods left that I might have missed, since those won't roll to the bottom. At this point, an easy way to get the seed pod outer layer off is to just roll it around your thumb and index finger for a second. After I harvested the entire plant, I took out the seeds that didn't look completely mature, which was less than 10% of the entire batch. In the end, I came out with a couple hundred seeds from one small plant, all of which are good to go for germination. You can plant them right away, or if you want to store them for later use, be sure to keep it in a dry, dark, and cool place. And that's it.